Now then, this is sort of interesting. I've got hold of another couple of these, and if you remember a while back, and I can't remember whether Lee was with me or not, but we got hold of one of these charge controllers and we were actually able to take the top off by heating it up, because really the potting is only on these two coils. So that's that, and there we go. The fuse was actually blown, so I just soldered a piece of wire across it like you do, and we put some volts into it with the big variable DC power supply, and it let the blue smoke out down here somewhere. So I've got round to taking this board out of that particular charge controller, and let's turn it over and let's zoom down. So as you can see, that leg has totally blown out of that. Okay, so we couldn't see what the numbers were on that, so let's just zoom out. But now we've got another one. Yeah, we can see what the numbers are. Okay, so that one there is an IRFP 3306, and these ones are IRFP 4110. Okay, so I've got the details, some rough details of those. Let's just see what this one is. Can we zoom down enough to see that? No. So let's get the camera closer. So let's just see if we can see. There we are, right at the top. It is a 4110. Okay, so it seems like, although notice it's got some sort of something on that leg there. Yeah, so it seems like all of these are the 4410 apart from that one. So what I'd like to do is let's just have a look at the paperwork first. So now, all the people who know more about components than I do, please tell me. Yeah, don't go, I don't know what you're talking about. Tell me what you're talking about. So the 3306, right, we've got the source, which is the in this case the N channel, so that's negative, so it switches the negative. The drain, which is the out. Why they couldn't go in, out, they had to go source and drain. And then the gate, which is the switch. So we've got drain source 60 volts, gate source, as in switching it on, yeah, is 20 volts. There we go, N channel. And the 4410, all it seems to me is it will handle higher voltage. Yeah. Now, whether or not they are interchangeable, and whether or not that one is interchangeable with that, I don't know. But I'm assuming so from this. So, what I'm proposing is, now, this picture is with the heatsink at the back, this drawing. Yeah. So, the gate, the source, which is the negative, is on the right if the heatsink is at the back. So that is the source, that's the drain, and that's the gate. Now you've got to, I fully understand that this is connected to other things. There are other bits in the circuit which may very well affect things. But let's just give it a go, shall we? Yeah, so we want the negative on the source and the positive on the drain. Okay, does that mean anything to anybody? Okay, now go to the gate and we've got a dead short. So is that duff? I'm thinking it is. Okay, now we've got another one here, but we've got to think backwards. So that is the source and that is the drain, and we've got that 1.78k, I'm assuming so. Okay, but it might not be. And then we go to the gate and we got nothing. Right, okay, so let's continue with this. Now that is the source, so this is backwards, so therefore that must be the, if we turn that round, that's the source. So let's have a look. Between there and there is your 17 watt, have you, and between there and the gate is nothing. Now what happens if we turn these round? Okay, if we put the positive there, we have a different number, and we go to there and we have a different number. So we got to make sure that we got this polarity right. I do remember seeing somewhere where you could, the voltage across the meter when you're doing resistance or continuity is enough to switch FETs on, right? So that is the source. So let's go to this one. Yeah, and nothing to there. Ah, have we got anything? Now let's try that again. Okay, and then to there. Ah, is that one duff? That's a 4110. Is that the gate? That is the gate, because if you turn it backwards you'll see the front and it'll be there. Okay, so this is the gate. Well, that doesn't look very happy. And we go to the, I don't think that's very happy either. Short them out, try again. Yeah, I'd say that wasn't very happy. Compared to that, that's a 3306. Okay, so now we're looking at these ones. Flip it up, that would be the gate. So let's go there. Alright, okay. Well, it could be other components that's been attached to this. That's the gate. Could have capacitors attached to it. Yeah. So and we've done this one. This is the 3306, and it's nothing on the gate, whereas these have got something on the gate. Right, that one's Duff. Don't know about those ones, and those are all very similar, so I suspect it's something on the rest of the board that's giving those figures. Anyway, I really think now perhaps we can do, on the last video I did on the sunshine inverter, somebody made a comment, one of my loyal viewers made a comment saying, when you're testing things, use a regulated or controlled current output bench power supply. That way you're not putting too much current into something. And then who also said, if things do get or not get very warm, then put a bit of alcohol, like spirit or something, on the FET, and if it evaporates quickly or quicker than the other ones, you know that one's getting hot. So I'm going to wire this up. Yeah. Now I've already put a piece of wire across there, because this was the standard thing. The fuse is blown. Why is the fuse blown? And I think it was Ian Helsby gave a basic rule, was if your piece of equipment is acting strangely, it's quite often the capacitor. If it's got a dead short, then it's a FET. So I mean, that's a rule of thumb, and it's, you know, it's only vague, but thank you Ian for that. And then we shall see. I'm thinking also, whilst looking at this, are we in picture? We are. I think that there is attached to there. It is. So that fuse is on the output, okay, and that is attached to there. So that is a buzz bar that goes all the way around, okay, and we flip this over and we're onto these four here. So I'm assuming that, can we see, that's a buzz bar, yeah, and so those two are connected to that buzz bar, and that's the output, but these ones don't seem to be. But they're the same. They're all four of those are the IR4110, so they're all switching the negative, but that is attached to the positive output. Are we seeing this? Not very well. Let's zoom out a bit and spin round a bit. But not on those two. Okay, tell me what you think. What else is attached to this buzz bar? That coil is. And is it only the single coil? No, there's another coil somewhere. Yeah. So the coils are attached to the output, and that one is, but these ones, I'm not sure what they're connected to. That is the output. And there was another buzz bar down the middle. So is that connected to that? It is. Is that connected to that? Okay. So they are connected to the negative, I'm assuming, because that buzz bar there Yeah, that one isn't, but this one is. Yeah, okay. And those, if you look on the top, that's negative and that's negative. So those two negatives, that's negative PV in and negative battery, are the same. Yeah, so yeah, and that's connected to there, which is connected to there and there. Okay, but that's connected to negative. So what's going on? Are these slightly different? Gently. Okay, let's have a look at that and see if it is slightly different. Okay, let's have a look. Oh no, it's a 4110. Alright. So that's a bit of a learning curve. What's going on there? I need some help, please. Explain that to me if you can. So what I'm going to do, just ease that down gently, we don't want to do that too many times, is I'm going to get the bench power supply, I'm going to get 12 volt battery, attach the battery first to tell the controller what it is, like I'm a 12 volt or I'm a 24 volt, and then we'll put some, maybe we'll put 20 volts in there at half an amp or something like that, and we'll see if anything gets warm. But well, let's see how we get on. Okay, we've got a bench power supply there, and we've got a little battery here. So tell the unit what it is. Okay, so the capacitors charged up then. Interesting. Okay. DC voltage. See what we've got. 11.8. Right, I'm back with you now. Okay, so we've got the battery connected and we've got the variable DC power supply. Yeah, positive, negative. So let's switch that on. Okay, and whack the current up to, it's going up slowly. Yeah, I think about, it's a bit variable, so I'm not quite sure what's happening. Battery voltage has gone up to 1205, 1220, 12, so it's going up. Yeah, 13.6, and the current is getting a bit high, so we'll turn that down a bit, and we'll probably turn the voltage down a bit. So that's about 460 milliamps, but it's fluctuating like mad. Okay, and we've got 13 volts. Right, and we've got a blue light on. Yeah, and that blue light is bulk. Yeah, so we've got bulk charging. Nothing seems to get warm. although I do suspect that that is faulty, that FET, yeah, but let's turn the current right up and turn the voltage up fairly. That's at 1 amp. Can we see what's going on? No, we can't. And the battery voltage is, can we see the multimeter? We can, just about. The battery voltage is 14.6. Right. Okay. We had a dead short between the source and the gate on that particular FET. Yeah. Does that mean it's on permanently? Does that mean there is no charge controlling? I don't know, because now we're putting, I don't know whether you can see that, yeah, 1.2 amps into there. Okay, that one's warm, that one's getting warm, those are cold, that's warm. That's probably a dead short, so it's not going to be, but that one's getting warm, which is the one that blew up last time. Okay, right, time to switch her off. And advice please, I'm not going to do anything with this until I've put the video up and let people discuss it amongst themselves and with me and all those sorts of things. But that's the one that blew up last time. That's the one that's getting warm. That one's duff, and it could be that that one's duff makes that one work too hard. Okay, switch her off before we do any damage. Right, comments please, discussion, all those sorts of things, and of course try and keep this channel healthy by doing all the clicky, likey, all that sort of thing. I hate to ask you to do it, but it seems if you don't ask, then people don't do it. And it doesn't happen. And things just spiral down. I don't want to have to compete with these big will it start in America and all that lot, and playing with big bulldozers and doing gold mining and all those sorts of things, yeah? Yeah, wild adventures. Don't want to compete with those, but we need to keep the channel at least active, don't we? Right, catch up with you soon. Cheers for now.